Hello. Hello. Oh, ariru. Whoa. It's been so long. And I'm sure you can hear it on my voice, but I'm sick. So I apologize for any loud coughing that may arise suddenly. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Actually back, like for realsies this time. Like we'll be here for a while. I prepared a slideshow for all of you guys. How unfortunate. Yeah, I got sick. Well, I'll take it as good luck because technically I got sick right as soon as the trip ended, like the day I fly home. So for the most part it wasn't terrible because I only got sick right after the vacation ended. But unfortunately it is my birthday tomorrow. And I really hope that I'm not sick until tomorrow. It's like, this is the best it's been so far. So I hope tomorrow it's pretty much cured. So yeah, I really want to have a birthday stream and like see you guys again and maybe have like a little event from it. Love Beam! One Love Beam coming up. Long time no Love Beam, guys! You guys probably lost all of your radioactive thick skin from your Love Beam radiation. How are you guys gonna handle this? You guys aren't gonna... You guys are gonna explode. One Love Beam coming up for Daddy of the VTubers. One Love Beam! Thank you. Thank you. And happy birthday. Thank you. I'm so excited for my birthday. To be honest, the vacation was kind of like a big birthday trip. It's the 19th here. Oh, wow. Well, you're from the future, so that makes sense that it's already my birthday there. But hello, everyone. I'm so glad to see all of my familiar faces again and be able to also, like, I'm glad you guys didn't forget about me. Sorry the opening took so long. I'm not very prepared because I've been sick and I just felt better today, and so I decided to make the slideshow of my trip recap, and the slideshow took longer than I thought. I have just so many pictures to show you guys, and I even wanted to do some editing where where I could juxtapose myself into the picture, but I didn't have enough time. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my dog was asking to come in my room. Oh my Miracle Twinkle Raiders, welcome! Hello, welcome. My brisket sandwiches. Oh gosh, I actually had a great brisket sandwich just the other day, and oh how I've missed some variety of flavor. Hello, welcome guys. Thank you so much, Plum, again for the raid. Welcome. You guys are just in time to look at my vacation recap. Woo, 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 woo. You're doing fine as well. You're playing with your Uma desktop gremlins. Oh, nice. And watching some Isaac Butterfield. Okay, nice. What dog breed? We're actually not sure, but it's like a gigantic corgi. It is not a Shiba. Everyone thinks it's a Shiba. I don't think it's a Shiba. I think it's just a gigantic corgi. Thank you so much, Aslane. So thank you, Corey, for the 20, and Sokolo, thank you so much for your subscription. Oh, thank you for the early birthday wishes, guys. I really hope to have a stream tomorrow where we could do an event. Either that or we'll just like draw and have fun and like catch up again. But for the most part, I should be feeling better and having a great birthday stream tomorrow. I really hope that I get over this cold by tomorrow. It's mostly gone, but I think my voice still sounds funny because my nose is a little blocked and my throat's a little scratchy. Thank you, Plum. Thank you guys. But yeah, let me hand out some love beams. We got a love beam for Corey. Thank you so much for your $20 donation. It really means a lot. It's great to see you again, Corey. Okay, and then one for Sokolov. And as I'm sure many of you guys have guessed, I went to Japan. I think everyone is going to Japan right now. Like everyone and their mom is going to Japan right now. Influencers I follow are going to Japan right now. VTubers I watch are going to Japan right now. So everyone's in Japan. So we will begin my Japan trip recap. I was in the middle of making a thumbnail, but I didn't finish it, and so I'm doing that right now. Give me 1 second. Must be nice. It was really nice, although really cold. And currently where I'm at, it's so hot. It's so hot. It's so hot, guys. And we can't use the AC. And it's so hot. But tomorrow, hopefully we can use the AC. Thank God, because on my birthday, no AC, I wouldn't survive. I mean, I have high expectations for my birthday being like just the perfect day. You know what I mean? Not like an extravagant celebration, but just like the perfect day. That's what I want my birthday to be. And yeah, it was a trip that was a gift because I just graduated university, and you know, pretty big accomplishment in my life, and it's kind of been working up to this, you know, all my effort and time and energy finally rewarded with one last huzzah before true adulthood. No AC, why? There's some construction going on, and so we aren't able to use the AC until that wraps up. I know that like when I was in Japan, it was a solid 40 to 50 degrees every day, and that's pretty cold for me. And you see, when it's cold, I still want to wear cute outfits to take pictures, and so I'm just suffering the whole time. And like, you want to wear cute shoes, but it's a lot of walking, so you bring backup shoes, and it's just it's rough. And it's so different for Japan and where I'm at because it's so cold there and it's so hot here. But soon I think this heat wave will dissipate and we'll be back to rather perfect weather. Filet! I don't have filet today, but you guys can have thighs. Ooh, look at my skirt, so pretty. Wow. This outfit is not filet outfit. I had to get my walking legs on for the trip, you know? Just wear what Doto wears and you'll be good in the cold. I think Doto's outfit would not fit me. Doto is rather blessed. Thighs is okay. And here's full body. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I forgot to turn on the throwing system. Sorry. Some things never change. No fillet, but 6 scales. Yeah, there's 6 scales. Remnants. Oh, sorry, guys. I feel like a cough is coming on. Okay, I'm opening up tits. Spring fever going around the area. I think this is just regular schmegular cold. I don't really get allergies. So I'm pretty sure it's not allergies. It's kind of funny how closely allergies and being sick are though. Right then. You're 3 of those guys in a trench coat pretending to be a raccoon. Oh, how's that work? Yeah. Early happy biological level up to you and good luck with the heat. Thank you. It works. Thanks for testing it. Did I miss any love beams? I don't think so, right? Oh gosh, I hate how crunchy my voice is when I'm sick. It's so crunchy. But hello everyone. One person did. Oh, who missed it? Who missed it? Did I miss anyone else? But hello everyone. It's so good to see all of you. So you see, I thought I was gonna be really smart after I got sick. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna use NyQuil to reset my sleeping schedule because I'm gonna need it anyways to be able to sleep through the night because I'm sick. And so that's what I did. And the first night I was back, I slept at 10 p.m. and woke up at like 4 a.m. Took another dose, knocked out until 7 a.m. And then I was like, yeah, this worked perfectly. I'm a genius. And then I started drifting off to sleep and passed out until 4:30 p.m. So the first day back, I slept from 10 to 4:30. And something similar has been occurring pretty much every night after, except for the second dose. So I'll go to sleep at like 11 or 10, wake up at 4, but I'm like, oh, I shouldn't take too much medicine. And I won't do the second dose. And so then I'll stay up until 7 and then I'll pass out until 4:30. And next thing you know, like half the day is gone again. And then the same thing will happen. And today I just been sleeping. Yeah, I've been sleeping off the sickness, which has been really good. The second day was really rough. It felt like I was floating in my body. My hands were floppy and my sinuses were shot and yeah. I think that every single time I get sick though, I have like a lingering cough, which is like the worst thing ever because it just gives you a headache because you have a tickle in your throat and you cough it up and it just you end up with such a intense headache from all the coughing. Yeah, the lingering cough. Anyways, I'm just glad it didn't affect my vacation. Yeah. Drinking plenty of warm water. Does it make a difference if it's warm or cold? Because I've been drinking cold. I just like cold more. It's just more refreshing. And it's so hot here right now. So I've been drinking cold. At least I'm getting fluids, you know? Ah, my cheeks. Yeah, coughs are just terrible. But yeah, I'm sleeping a lot to try and get rid of the sickness. So far today, been feeling pretty okay. Like I am significantly better than what I was, and feeling positive for tomorrow's birthday celebration stream. Yay! Are you guys ready to see my trip recap? Oh, hold on. Let me get my phone plugged in. And it realized it was dying. You prefer room temp when sick? I cannot do room temp. Room temp has room temp flavor, and I really cannot handle room temp flavor. Yeah, I have photos of my trip, and my shopping, and my food. So much. It was done in a rush, so it's not the prettiest, but it's enough to show you guys and talk about everything that happened. Let's get... I don't have like a nice overlay for it, so we'll just use my iPad overlay to like kind of box it in, you know? It's so hot. Oh wait, I forgot to finish the YouTube thumbnail upload. Ay ay ay. Some things never change. Hello Rager, welcome. I like warm, but warm tap water in America tastes funny. Use a little honey or lemon if it's American water. Yeah. I'm definitely drinking more water than I usually do. I will admit, I'm realizing that once I was around my friends during the trip, I don't drink that much water, which is not good because they seem to get thirsty. And I was like, oh, I'm not thirsty. I could keep going. And they're like, we gotta stop for a drink. And I was like, oh. Like frequently we would have to stop for like a drink or something. And I was like, do I just like, am I just constantly dehydrated? Because why does everyone else need so much water? And like, I don't drink that much water, you know, in the day when I get started, or when I just don't drink that much water until like nighttime. I don't even drink that much at night. I'm like, oh yeah, some cold water is nice and refreshing. Bye bye, man. Thanks for dropping by. So yeah, I think I should drink some more water. I am drinking more than usual, which is probably just like everyone else's bare minimum. I am realizing they just get more thirsty or better at conserving water. Yeah, hopefully that's the case. I hope so. I do admit I don't drink that much water and probably should drink more. Okay. Love beam coming right up. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Ta-da! My presentation. Starting with... Okay, it doesn't quite fit, does it? Oh, no, it fits. Great. Ta-da! Starting with Osaka! Oh wait, we have an ad coming up. Hello Zobs, welcome. Long time no see. Yeah, hello Jam to Games, welcome. Thank you. Really, I feel hunger all the time. And I wish I did not feel hunger as much, because sometimes I don't even think I'm feeling hunger. I just feel I want delicious food flavor in my mouth. I'm gonna make the conversation linger for a little bit while I wait for the ad to be over for Twitch. Did you eat any more strange seafood? Unfortunately, I would say no. Like, it wasn't that crazy. It was pretty tame in my opinion. I think mostly because the people that I went with, my friends, could not handle anything too crazy. I was really trying to eventually try like horse sashimi. But I ended up like skipping that. It's just like there wasn't a place for it. And yeah, I never got to try it. After all my Umamusume excitement, I didn't get to try it. Hello, Sugar Cookie Hat. Oh, hi, do. Welcome. Did you experience Osaka's nightlife? I don't know that I experienced any nightlife per se, because I didn't stay out that late other than like to shop. And when we say nightlife, do we mean like, you know, clubs and bars? Because I didn't do that because I was tired and I don't drink. Did you persuade Kita-san back to your trainees roster? I did. Somehow she came on over and she decided. I think it's because when I was in Japan, my app for Uma Musume didn't work. And so they probably thought I just wasn't playing. And because they thought I wasn't playing, I think they gave me straight up three SSRs, guys. I got 2 Kita-san Blacks and Smart Falcon. Like, I don't know what kind of black magic this is, but yeah, they let me have all those. Pretty crazy. I was kind of hoping for not a duplicate, but you know what, it's not that bad. Kita-san Black is like their poster girl right now. Oh, your birthday coincided with El Condorpasa. Happy late birthday. She came over when you forced her home with 200 exchange points. Yeah, I've had to go through that. You got 2 new 3-star Umas. Nice! Wow, everyone's getting a lot. Horse sashimi made from horses. Yeah, that's what it would have been. The craziest thing I tried, which is technically new, is pufferfish. It just tasted like fish, guys. It was not particularly amazing. And I tried fish sperm again. It's okay. It's like creamy. It's like a kind of creamy that like gets more liquid. I would prefer if it solidified itself a little bit, but it just kind of turns into like milk. Your birthday's this Saturday. Wow, exciting. So many birthdays in a row. You got 2 new 3 stars, OG Rudolph and Doto. Lucky. I wanted Doto. I heard you have to be careful with puffers. I did hear about that too, where they have to prepare it very carefully. Yeah, I do remember the puffer fish eating a carrot meat. Oh. Mermaid doesn't get food poisoning because she has a pure heart. It's true. Okay, I saw this funny octopus taco in the train station and thought I should start the presentation with it. Oh, I didn't do karaoke because I don't like to do karaoke, but this was my first dinner, and I'm gonna admit the social pressure I could feel in the like nice environment and being somewhere for the first time as a tourist was like a lot of pressure. I felt so awkward. I was like, I don't know, like, what do we do? And yeah, so everything doesn't fit, so we'll try to go little by little here. In the top, oh no, I'm trying to, okay, yeah, you can see my mouse now. So this is like the ambiance, really nice. It has a great view of the outside. And I got this like yummy sparkly drink. It's supposed to have alcohol in it. I couldn't tell. And we had like a little sushi situation, and like this was like some sizzling meat. This rice cracker wafer thing, I'm not understanding it. It just like is styrofoam in your mouth. The inside was great though. It was like guacamole. And then this is, I think, crab. And I think this is crab, and then this little one is the fish sperm ball thing. This is the like hot pot. On the right here is the puffer fish, and like I don't remember what this is. Oh, tuna, probably the tuna. It was okay. So these are the hot pot things, and they like put the little like jelly cake under there that like lights on fire. The petroleum jelly or something jellies, I don't remember what they are, but it just doesn't get very hot. And like they said to put it in when it boils. It did not boil, and we were running out of time, so we just put it in. And then for dessert there was this warabi mochi, which is like mochi but like more liquid and covered in soybean powder and black sugar syrup, which I do like. However, funny story, like when I got to, so like the pressure of the society's rules things, right? I didn't want to be obnoxious, and it was a very nice restaurant and people were rather quiet, and we were a little giggly because it was our first night and everyone's having fun. And so this drink, I had gotten to the bottom and I sucked it down, and you could hear the like ice and the liquid go to make that slurping sound, you know, from the like, and the chinking and the like swirling, and the people on the table next to us like straight up turned their head and like was straight on just like staring, and I was like, are they staring at us? Are we not supposed to do that? And I feel like they like what is it when you in retortion, when you like retort back, I guess he also like sucked his drink, but I don't know if it was just because like we were foreigners. Oh, in retaliation maybe. Yeah, so then he sucked his drink, but then I was like, is he actually sucking his drink? Because I don't know, like, is it just he normally sucking his drink, or is it like because we're being obnoxious? And I don't think we were being particularly obnoxious. Yeah, I feel like they were being busybodies. However, like, the funniest thing is that this guy is like sick. He's so sick. He's sitting there at the table just with his nose. And I'm like, really? Okay, my drink sucking cannot be as bad as whatever is happening to my right here. Because, bro, you should not be here. You sound like you need a mask and you need to go home. It sounds so bad. And I have a video of me like, oh, hold on. Not ready for that slide yet. I have a video. Oh, a video of me with like scooping up this very goopy mochi, and like you just hear him like suck up his nose boogers, and it's so disgusting because this is so similar to like boogers, and I was like, oh, that's delightful. Anyways, it was really funny, and now I have it on video. It's so funny. Yeah. Anyways, I was feeling kind of like, I was like, oh, I hope I wasn't being weirdly loud with my table manners. But the thing is like, the table to the right of us, they were chinking all of their like tableware, and I feel like that's being loud. You know, me sucking my drink is like, oh, that's, you know, the food. I should finish that. But like chinking all of your tableware to like scrape up every little bit was kind of like loud too. And I feel like that's an equivalent evil. And so I don't know why he was staring, to be honest. He stared like a couple times. Yeah, it's very much like booger mochi. It's kind of nice because I don't prefer regular mochi. It's just too chewy. Like this one is like slightly chewy and more like, it's like in between. It's just like water slime. You know, if you've ever felt and wanted to eat water slime, it is like that. Hello, Baman. Thank you. Let me get you a love beam. Good luck, anyways, yeah, that was the first dinner, and it was fun. It was silly. It was enjoyable. And then here's just like a collection of random stuff. So we've got Sanrio. Okay, this is so awkward. I like want my mouse on it, but I have to keep clicking into it, and when I click into it, it changes the screen. We've got Sanrio like plushie wall, and for some reason like the Strawberry King was like front and center. I've never seen him or heard of him, but I had to Google him later, and he's the Strawberry King. And there is a birdie cafe we went to. I'm kind of worried about like all the pet cafes in Japan, but this one looked pretty good. The birds look happy. They have like play areas and lots of toys, and they seem to care a lot about birds. And it was a decently large space, so pretty good. And then they had like so many toys and like plates and all kinds of merchandise you could buy. I didn't include all of it because there's just so much. And then we got this like bird dessert where like they would make whipped cream and they would make them into birdie butts, or birdie faces. And I got this like little cake with a cookie, and they had bird plates and like bird plushies everywhere, and like all sorts of bird merchandising. Great stuff, great stuff. Yes, lots of bird merch. Where's this place? This is in Osaka. It is the Kotori Smile Cafe. Very cute. And you had like a bird holding experience too. And so we got to go hold some of the birds. And then, oh, I don't like, okay, we're gonna, we're gonna take away the frame. The framing is making it worse for me. I was hoping to make it look nice, but it's just making it look worse. Okay. It's upside down now. Oh gosh. There we go. Yay! A panel about food! So, we've got some delectable stuff. Excuse me. Oh no, now it's flip-flopped. It should be the other way. There we go. Okay, so we've got some onigiri that I really wanted to try. These like gigantic onigiri in the corner here. And this was pretty good. I liked mine. I had salmon and salmon roe and like some kind of tuna with egg yolk. Very flavorful, but I will admit they're a little overhyped for what they are, and the wait was kind of long. And then, oh, this was from the other dinner. This is like some herb crab rice. And then this was so good. I will say a little undercooked. I would have liked a little more firmness. It was a little like hot batter in your mouth if you tried to eat them too fast, which I did. Anyways, I'm really happy that they put the like entire like baby octopus in here, because I always want more octopus in my takoyaki instead of just like the little pieces. So this was great for me. Then I got this like matcha crepe. Pretty nice. I will say like a little lackluster. I do appreciate how everything in Japan is not too sweet, but the drinks are a little, they take it a little far. The drinks, I wish they had just like a hint more sweetness, because the drinks by themselves would be great with like a sweet treat like a crepe or like a melon ice cream, but I cannot just drink a drink alone. Like, you don't really want to just drink the drink alone, because it's not like super pleasant, because it varies on the side of like it almost is good enough. How long were you there? I was there for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. And then I went to the cinnamon roll cafe and got this really yummy pudding with this mocha ice cream. Very good, very delicious pudding, very adorable. And then my friend got the cinnamon roll curry. Pretty good also. This is a melon pie with strawberry ice cream. I don't like the artificial strawberry flavor. It was not very good. I always went for their matcha stuff, but I wanted something pink, so I got the strawberry hoping it was more like strawberry flavor. It's more like Pocky strawberry flavor. I don't like Pocky strawberry flavor. But yeah, overall pretty good food. And then this was like, you'll see in like malls and stuff, a lot of fusion restaurants. So this is like a pasta fusion restaurant. So like this is their mentaiko carbonara. And it doesn't really look like carbonara, does it? And I got this sort of I don't know, what would you call this? It's just like a pasta that's like savory. I really like it. I like Asian flavored pastas. I feel like they taste better. And then the same place we got these dango and like a parfait. This is not the same place, but this one also really good. It's a soybean powder, black sugar syrup, matcha smoothie, and it was really good. But like it was so small. It fits all 5 of my fingers, and my hand is not that big. And everything in Japan was like perfectly sized for your satisfaction in a way. Like you could finish it and be, at least for my size, I suppose, you could finish it and be like, yeah, that was pretty good. I don't need another one, and I'm glad I could finish it till the end so I could just toss this away. But the thing is, there's no trash cans, and so you kind of like hand it back to the store that you ate from, which is awkward because there isn't like a real rule about eating and walking. It is just like a rule made up for tourists who made a mess. But the thing is like, even if you wanted to eat and walk, you'd have to like mentally prepare yourself for the fact you're gonna have to hold on to this trash or circle back to the store that you ate from. And there's like no sitting areas. I will say, like, Japan is weirdly like super walkable but extremely hostile for any form of sitting. And you would notice that any place that had sitting completely taken over by many people already sitting there, and like for a long time they would be sitting there. Not that I was like, oh, like let's wait here until somebody gets up to go sit, but you could tell that like everyone is just very comfortably like, you know, like plopped themselves down because they're tired and there's nowhere else to sit unless you go pay for a drink at a cafe. And I feel like nobody talks about that. Like they don't want you to sit anywhere. You can't sit on the stairs. Okay, sure, don't sit on the stairs. That seems like not good for, you know, blocking a walkway. That makes sense. But like, don't sit on this like tiny ledge that wouldn't even be comfortable to sit on. And they would put the like little bird spikes there, not to get rid of birds, but to get rid of you. And they'll have signs that are like, you see this ledge that looks okay for sitting on, don't sit here, don't stand here, and don't sit here. There's like don't stand and don't sit signs, and it's kind of crazy because there's so much walking. There's so much walking, and it really, they like funnel you into a cafe, and the cafes are completely full because everyone is already sitting. And the thing is like, I didn't realize, but I think people get a seat first before they order anything. So they'll get a seat and then they'll order something. And we made the mistake of ordering something before sitting. And so like the cafe tenants were like, oh, so like, where's your seat? So we can get you your food. And they're like, we were like, oh, we don't have a seat. And they're like, wait, like, it's not that one? And we're like, no, we don't have a seat. And they're like, oh, are you sure it's not maybe that one? And I was like, no, that's not our seat either. So they had to like, they had to get us a seat that was after a group had left, but it was technically like reserved for their tasting experience that they have. And yeah, we weren't really signed up for the tasting experience, so they just kind of gave us those seats. And yeah, I thought it was kind of weirdly like, there's like no benches anywhere. And it was funny because the second you step into Universal Studios, all of a sudden there's like benches everywhere. So it's almost like they know that people need to sit somewhere. And like if they're building something, they're purposely excluding seats for people. Yeah, so I think definitely be prepared to be really tired without a seat, or like be prepared to like be on the lookout for a cafe with seating, because they don't have seats sometimes, even in cafes. Like I would show up to a dessert counter on like a list I had, and there's just like no seating area. They're like, oh yeah, we don't have a seating area. Or it's the like communal seating area for this entire like dessert floor. Like there's sometimes floors of just like cookies, snacks, cakes, blah 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 blah, and like there's 2 chairs and like a standing tabletop. I'm like, standing tabletop? Why standing? Why can't we put chairs here? I don't know. I was so tired, and I was like, why do I have to stand? And the thing is like people stay for a really long time in their seats because they're tired, and I totally get that. But the turnover is so slow. It's extremely slow, and like there's definitely signs that are like, oh, you know, if it's busy, please only use your allotted like 30 to 90 minutes and get going. And cafes give you like a time card, because they know they get busy and because they need to have more turnover for people to have seats. And I think it's kind of crazy because people take leisurely time to sit after they've paid for their food. And like after, like I saw like a group of ladies who were just having an afternoon coffee together, and they just sat at their table after they finished their coffees like straight into our dessert. Like they were already finished with their coffees by the time we were starting our meal, and by the time we got to dessert, they were still there. And I was like, wow, they like really make sure to use the time they're allotted here and then some. And like that's totally fair. I found it funny because we always like got going after we finished our food because we had something else that we wanted to do. Are these in tourist areas, or is that like that everywhere? I don't know. I want to say that it's more in urban areas because there's just more people, I guess. And I can't say for like the countryside or something what that's like. But it's very sitting hostile. Excuse me. Anyways, that was like my one irk with it. As for like the trash can thing, that wasn't as big a deal. You just kind of like were in the area anyway, so you could pretty much return your trash to the store that you got it from. But there was one time I had, I don't know, like a piece of plastic or something. Oh no, it was like a little paper cup from like a soft serve I ate, and I was in another store and we were buying something, and I asked them, I was like, oh, do you have like a trash can that I could get rid of this in? And I like saw the trash can behind them. They said no. and so that was that. I was like, okay. Well, I guess you don't have one. But I think it's kind of funny that like, I think they're being particular with their trash because they don't want to have to sort it, and I can understand that hassle too. But they're like the service is so funny sometimes in that like they're very happy to take my trash back after like we finish something from their store, you know? Like I finished this ice cream and I would just return the like paper cup it came into, and I was like, thanks. And they were like, oh, okay, thanks for your trash. And they took it and they were like, okay. And I just find it funny because we're thinking about like if you tried to do that in America, they'd be like, why are you, we have a trash can over there. You know, what are you doing? I don't know, like they're very busy and they'll still like take your trash out from your hands as you know, try to deal with that. And then fighting words. Yeah. How was Universal Studios Japan versus LA? I don't really know too much of the difference. I haven't been to the LA one for a long time. Overall, it was raining, so it wasn't that good. It was raining quite a lot, and we couldn't get to go on the Donkey Kong cart ride, which was kind of like a big one for us. But I really enjoyed the like shows we got to see. So not like a total dud for me, but definitely a total dud for my friends. But yeah, this was a katsu I had, really good. Oh yes, the Japanese pasta, what makes it taste better? And I don't like most pasta, yes. I will admit, some of the pastas that they try to make like more authentic could use more cheese. Aside from that, the like fusion pasta was great because I like the like soy saucy fishy umami that they put into it, and I like that there's a little bit more toppings, and I like that the noodles are so chewy and such a great texture, such a great texture. The noodles always were a great texture when they were cooked. Okay, Twitch is in a bit of a ad break, so we're taking a small water break as well. I'm gonna go get a little bit more water, and I'll be right back. Let me be right back. Yes, water break. Okay, I'm back. I got my water. Yeah, it was a great texture. All the noodles and pastas were always a great texture. Although there's a funny review for a restaurant where they were like, come here if you only want to have chewy pasta. And I was like, I think this guy thinks that chewy pasta is a bad thing. I love chewy pasta. Oh, and then here are some activities that I got to do. I got to watch anime get aired in the morning. I got to watch Meitante Pretty Cure get aired, which was so cool. I got to watch the first time the episode comes out on TV in the hotel. That was really cool. I could understand most of it, which I'm kind of proud of. And then this was just like, there was a lot of building signs that were quite extravagant, which I thought was cool. And then this was a Hololive in Animate, like their Hololive merch section. There was a lot of Hololive little tidbits everywhere. And then this is like a wall of knives. And it goes all the way up, apparently. I couldn't verify, but the store clerk said so. And like this apparently is like all the stages like each knife goes through, which was really cool. And you could even like ask to see them, which is cool. And they had like some sort of collaboration knives on display on the first floor in like these fancy like cages, display cases. It was really cool. Very, very fancy knife store. Very extravagant. Bye bye, darling. Good night. Okay, and then I went to Universal Studios. This was not on my list, but it was on my friend's list. And you know what? Nintendo World is new, so I went to go try that. So that was cool for the most part, except it was like raining the whole time, which was not great. Did you buy some Hololive merch? I wanted to, but nothing really caught my eye. Because the thing is my Oshi is Nenichi, but she's like not my color story that I love. I know like how can she be your Oshi if you don't like orange? That's not it, okay? I love her deeply, but I cannot bring myself to buy merch that I know will kind of sit around, and I feel like that's wrong, you know? Like I want to proudly showcase her, but I don't have things to help showcase her, you know? I cannot like gather enough. So I do have like Nenichi things here and there. Like one of my friends got me a little Nenichi sitting. It's not really sitting. She's like on a cube. She's like resting on top of a cube. I'll show you guys a picture later, I think. But I do have a little bit, but I didn't get anything from the official stores. I saw Shrek and Fiona and Puss in Boots, which was really cool. Can you guys see them? Should I zoom in? Can you guys see that I saw Shrek? That was kind of cool. I don't know why they were up there. I didn't think that they would be like featured characters, but like look, that's Shrek and Puss in Boots and Fiona, like she's right there. I didn't get to the other angle because we were waiting for the parade to start and I didn't want to lose my spot. It was quickly getting quite crowded. And then I saw Princess Peach and Pikachu, and I saw Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster is great. Yeah. I think I saw Hello Kitty too. I forgot to include that photo. There's Hello Kitty for some reason. Yeah, in Japan. Of all places. Yeah, this is Charizard, I assume. And then these are owls inside of the Hogwarts Harry Potter world. And like they're pooping on the thing, which is cool. They move their heads a little. And then this is Nintendo World. I did really good on Yoshi's Adventure, which is like one of the only things that was open at the time. Yeah, Mario World was kind of a bust because it was so rainy. But the indoor shows were great, which takes me to this. Guys, I loved the Water World show. I don't even know what they were saying. They said a bunch of dry land and water world and dry land and water world and something about Marina, I don't know, Marina, something like that. I've never heard of Waterworld before, but wow, I loved all the fire and the stunts and all the water, and it was so cold, guys. I don't know how they were doing water stuff in the freezing water coldness like this, but they did great. The plane coming out and landing on the water was like really cool. It like came from here and it like landed onto the water here, and like it's so many explosions, and lots of like really cool jet skis and fun boats, and the like character people were really fun. They like amped up the crowd in a really fun and silly way, which was really nice and silly. So the Water World was really good. I really liked Water World. I was afraid that like I wasn't gonna get to see it because we kept going back to check on Nintendo World stuff, and like we missed like the show timing for this, but like at the very end of the day I managed to catch their last show, which was great. Explosion and fire is a great Water World experience. Yeah. And then this was the Monster Hunter food. This is actually my friend's plate. I think 2 of my friends got this. I got the other plate that they offered, and overall it's pretty good. It was kind of overpriced, but that's like amusement park food for you. It was like pretty good, very efficient. I don't really know anything about Monster Hunter, but overall it was it seemed very like dedicated from what my friends told me. They were like, oh yeah, everyone's dressed up like the like cats who cook. Oh, and then on my ride to Tokyo from Osaka, I got to see Mount Fuji. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. It was quite stunning to look at. I hope that's Mount Fuji. That can't be anything but Mount Fuji, I'm gonna assume. So, pretty sure that's Mount Fuji. And then I got this like yummy apple crepe. And the last time I had crepes in Japan was kind of disappointed. This time, pretty good. I went to like less chain crepes and more like little crepes stores / stands, and it was all pretty good. Like this apple situation, delicious. And then we had sushi, finally sushi. This pot over here is filled with like dashi broth and like your leftover rice and bits. You can put it in this bowl and like pour soup over and eat it as like a little rice soup. For some reason, like there's a lot of this rice soup situation everywhere. Like a lot of meals will be like, oh, it's rice, like we can turn it into rice soup. Like the rice balls I showed you earlier, like they had free rice soup that like, oh, your leftover rice, put it into this bowl, throw some of the free toppings in and pour some of our soup over it, which I did. There's a lot of soup. And then this is my ekiben. I got this like steak rice situation. There's always like too much rice and not enough meat, but it was yummy. I will say all of the so-called wagyu I had, I don't think was real wagyu, or at least it wasn't the best one, because I could just tell like it's not like melt in your mouth beef. And I've had real wagyu and it was like I had to chew it, and I was like, okay, this is not real then, because my teeth are being worked on here. I'm supposed to like cut through it like butter with my teeth, and they weren't being cut through it with butter. So I'm sure a lot of it was like gimmicky. Hello, Cookie Monster. Oh my gosh, we just saw Cookie Monster on this side. Got to see Cookie Monster at Universal. Yeah, it is always so cool to see something so big. So then I had this, which is, it was okay. It was so cheap, actually. I remember this being like $8, guys. This entire thing was like $10. And I thought that was kind of ridiculous. But it was so big, I couldn't even finish it, which is a first. I think I could have finished it had I not like filled up earlier that day. But I don't recommend warm soba, in my opinion, because the noodles get soggy really quickly and all the fried stuff gets soggy, which I don't like, but I think that's like the point, is to get them like a little juicy. But I think I prefer cold soba, where you can dip it into like some nice soy saucy dipping sauce, and then these are like nice and crunchy and still, you know, or like fresh. I will say, like, this place, not amazing for the most part. It was okay. It was nice and warm after like being outside in the cold. However, I wish I didn't get it, because to be honest, they had the heaters like blasting inside, so it was a little too warm to be eating this. But it was like, I wanted it because it was so cold outside. Hello, Keelane? And hello, Pokrops. Enjoy your lurk, Boomsky. And then this guys is a cremia, and it's so delicious. It's so delicious. You have to go get one when you if you ever get the chance to go in Japan, because this cookie cone, delicious, and it's so creamy and delicious. And it just reminds me of like when I was a kid and I had my first ever like soft serve from McDonald's. Oh, it's Kaylin. Oh, got you. Hello, Kaylin. Nice to meet you. And I had like 3 of these, and I wish I could have gotten more, but it was too much. Like, I had to save my tummy for dessert from other stores. And then this was pretty good. I prefer pork ramen, but my friends really liked this beef ramen. It was Wagyu beef ramen. The noodles were great, really nice and savory, and good creamy broth. Very good overall. No notes, but yeah, definitely love this one. Would have more of it if I could. And then, oh, this was an udon place. It was good, except sometimes in Japan they do this evil thing where they don't have chairs for you even though you're in a restaurant, and so you just stand and eat, and so you're on your feet all day and you're really tired, and then you've accidentally picked this store, and this store was like only vending machine ticket outside, and so we walked in and we're like, oh, there's no chairs. Oh. Anyways, it was still really good. Overall, I got like extra green onion, you can see here, and I really like the extra green oniony flavor, so it was still good. Even though I had to stand. I recommend avoiding standing restaurants. I don't know why they exist. I think it's weird. But because everything is so small, I guess like standing restaurants were just something that had to happen in a way. Like, you sacrifice some seating costs and space costs by just having the countertop that separates you and the customer be where they also eat. You would, like, when I was there's so many safe or space saving measures so that like you could fit everyone, and everything's super tiny, and and like, so the bathroom was funny because the door is curved sometimes like a U shape so that you could have more space like in the bathroom. So it was like a little pod, right? Except the toilet is still like facing the inside wall. I'll have to draw you guys a picture sometime, but essentially they like increase space for your left arm, and it didn't make any sense because it was still tight to like sit down and go to the bathroom. A standing restaurant, I feel that standing makes food taste worse. It was okay, I guess. The standing is awkward. So a closet, a lot of things feel like a closet, yeah. It was crazy because like once I got back to America and like I went into the bathrooms, I was like, wow, it's so big. It's been so long since it's so big. And I brought 2 of my gigantic suitcases in with me into the bathroom because I didn't have anyone to watch them. So I brought them in with me and I was like, wow, they fit in here. Yeah, that was funny. Something else about bathrooms is that there's a lot of bathrooms everywhere, which is great because I like am always in frequent need of a bathroom, and so Japan always has a bathroom that's always clean enough. Like I never really had like a gross bathroom until it was really late at night, and I assumed the like nightlife party people needed somewhere to throw away their drinks. So like bathroom situation was pretty good. You could always find some kind of mall that like let you use their bathroom, or like some area that like this underground subway or a train station that has a bathroom. And so that was nice. I will say that something funny was that they always have to like they always have to have signs for the bathrooms, and they always have accessibility signs. And an accessibility thing was like there's always things for disabled people, such as like the markers on the floor for blind people, or like elevators for older or wheelchair users, etc., and bathrooms and accommodations. But like there's so many people walking everywhere, like I cannot imagine how you'd be able to do it, because you'd also get lost. And I could barely find the stairs, let alone the elevators. So I don't know how people are really getting around with a disability. It's like they have everything, but everything's in almost like the wrong place, it feels like. And one time I was in a building and there's like 9 floors. Because there's so little space, everyone builds upward. So like some buildings will have like 28 floors, and there's so much in the basement level because you know, people just building underground because of all the train stations. And so at one store there's like 9 floors, and they were like, oh, bathroom on this floor and this floor, and for accessible disabled bathroom 8th floor. I was like, 8th floor. Isn't that like way worse? Isn't it harder to get to the 8th floor? Like even in an escalator, you know, an elevator, I was like, isn't it still kind of rough to take the elevator, which is already kind of small, to be honest, and to try and get to the bathroom all the way up there? The elevators take really long too, because everything is on such a high floor. Everyone is always trying to go down all the way back to the bottom, because they'll go up to go shopping and then they need to go back down, so they'll take the elevators. And so they actually have like accessible, like mothers, elderly, and accessibility elevators like dedicated for that, but they just take forever too. Also, so this is a gyukatsu I had. It was kind of chewy, not my favorite thing. It was nice to try it. I like always like their fried foods, but tonkatsu better. And then this was very good. I wish there was more ice cream and less jelly. I prefer ice cream in my little dessert parfaits and not jelly balls. Oh, I do think that Twitch will be having an ad soon, so we will take a short break to sip some water and drag this out until then. Living there sounds kind of hard. That's what I was thinking. Like, I thought to myself, like, could I live here? And I think no, because everything is just, there's so much of a hassle. But in a way, I understand that this hassle like keeps keeps the strings of society together and working like a finely oiled machine, you know? Like, I don't know, in a way I can understand like how it all works together, but man, it's so troublesome. And like, I just think that overall I could only live there for maybe like 2 years with some nice job that I feel medium happy about. I don't think I could be there with a job I dislike. I think if I have a job I feel medium happy about, then I could do there for like 2 years before I'm like, wow, everything is really small and everything feels slightly hostile towards me. It's like, it's not outwardly hostile because it feels like also they're like great service. It's really weird because it's like there are things that like make you feel like it's great service, but at the same time you think to yourself and you're like, is that great service or is it like a specific rule that they have in place so that people don't do any other action? And what I mean by that is like similar to like, I don't know, returning the trash thing. You know, instead of having like trash cans that like everyone has to deal with, you can return it to the store and they like do it as a service, like, oh yes, we'll take your trash and we're happy to take it back from you. And it's like, oh, that's nice that they'll take my trash back. But then you think to yourself like, why don't they have trash cans? And I don't know, like I some things I just don't understand. And everyone's really mindful of their space, which is nice because it's already so small, but I assume it's like a side effect of how small the place is. And everyone's quite like respectful in terms of like turns, I think, which is really nice. But it's like at the same time it's like a little too respectful sometimes. Like we were waiting in line for something and everyone very orderly waited their turn to go get it when the doors opened instead of like rushing in. But even then I felt like the staff felt overwhelmed by the rush and I was like, wow, this is not really an overwhelming responsive rush. Anyways, so this was at the standing restaurant. And did I like accidentally double photo? I did accidentally double photo. This is a new photo though. These are pom pom puddings, guys. They're pom pom pudding, but they're actually puddings, and that's his butt and that's his head. So that was fun. They make it hard to appear nicer, perhaps, but then everything just feels inconvenient. Yeah, it just feels inconvenient, but they have like a way for you to do it. What was funny one time is like there's too many rules that like nobody follows them. I was at a store and they're like, oh, it's a really small store, and so to keep things orderly and not to spill into the like walkway, they have like an area you line up, and we lined up there. But then we read the sign and we're like, and it says, oh, go to the cashier, get a numbered ticket and stand next to the number on the floor in the standing area. And we're like, oh shoot, we didn't get a number. So we went back up to the cashier and they're like, oh yeah, we don't have a number, you can just go back. And so like I had gotten out of line only to have to go back in. And to be honest, I saw like the girl behind me kind of like leave the space open for me to like get back in line in front of her, but I didn't take it and I just went back to the end of the line because I technically did get out of line, and I admit to that. And so that was like one of the things where I was like, why do you have this rule when you don't actually follow this rule? It's like over engineered to the point where it's actually worse for your like line organizing. It's better to just have people get the product and line up, and then, you know, like the ticket is like not helping, you know. I asked, no, unfortunately I did not get these, but they're fun. Did I bring back any souvenir? Yes, I did. We will go to them. Yeah, they make such perfect desserts. Wait till you see the next desserts, where we haven't even gotten to like my afternoon tea party ice cream. So this one they clearly messed up on, and so I think they just like gave me extra on top because they try to fix their problem. Anyways, it was great. I had this was my second cremia. It was gigantic. Hello, Jimmy. Welcome. And then this was like another like Western Italian slash American slash French like restaurant that we went to. I feel like it looks big. It's really not. Like this slice of meat was like maybe half the size of my palm, and like this is a bit of chicken with tomato sauce, and like this was like the other like the size of my fingers. And I thought this was onion. It is not. It's mashed potatoes. It was good. And it comes with rice, which is nice. It's funny how everything comes with rice. Thank you, Overlord. Welcome. Thank you. Here's your love beam. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, it is my early birthday. Tomorrow we will have a proper celebration for my birthday, though. They say Japanese noodle is just salty. How true is that? I guess like what noodle are you talking about? Some things I will say there's too much of like oh, just taste it for what it is. Sometimes we need a little bit more. I will say that like my other friend who prefers more Western cuisine was like, I wish there was more flavor on everything. Like everything needs a stronger sauce. And for the most part, I was pretty okay with everything. I was okay with everything. Everything tasted good for me. As for like dashi broth and stuff, it didn't taste just like salty. Mine was usually like a little less than salty, and everything needs to be spicy. The problem is nothing is spicy, or if they do spicy, it's always horseradish or wasabi. And I hate horseradish, and I hate wasabi. It's just so dry of a spice, and it just hits your nose, and I'm like, this doesn't count as spicy. It's just painful. Anyway, so I don't like Japanese spice, and like togarashi is okay. It's okay. Vacation out of 10, like 9.5. It was pretty fun. This was great. If you guys can ever get this soft serve, it's cheese and milk soft serve with this cookie. It's by Tokyo Milk Cheese Factory. So good. I like the cream cheesy flavor. I like it a lot. It's so good. I wish I got another one, but to be honest, there was not enough room for this dessert to happen twice. And honestly, it was really hard to find. It was like such a pain to find. So eventually I found it. But it was rough. And then this is another tonkatsu. Very delicious. As you can see, there's mustard here. I don't know. I don't like this like dry spice that they enjoy in mustard. And then this is like a tuna katsu sandwich. They like cut the tuna and get pieces of tuna in such a way that it like they mix it together so that it's like beefy meat. And honestly, it was pretty beefy meaty. I still could tell it was tuna in my opinion, but it was nice and juicy and an interesting experience. Okay, next we had this pudding with ice cream. I hate so much ice cream. This was really good. They had like this like caramel sauces you could pour on them, and I wish there was better seating, but there wasn't. And overall, still pretty good. It was just more like a dessert counter rather than like a little dessert store experience, and they didn't really have any chairs, so we had to use the like mall sitting area for the dessert area, which was not very big, which was very disappointing because I went in here being like, oh, let's get some dessert and rest, and we couldn't really rest. Especially because like soon after we finished, a group of old ladies had just like come by and they were looking for seats, and clearly like we had to get up, you know what I mean? Which is I just wanted to rest a little more. Anyways, then I had Chikawa ramen. This is the mini size, which is quite a lot. The mini size is like Honestly, like a regular bowl of ramen in my opinion. And my friend got the small size thinking it was a small size. It's not. It's more like a medium large size. And like I don't even know what the large size would be like, but the mini size was a great size. And I got the I'm Donut donuts. These were okay. They're not warm, which kind of sucks. And they're like a solid donut, I suppose. They're more sweet than other things I had on the trip, which is nice in a way to have like more variety. But I think them being cold really like hurts it, I suppose. They're like nice, but they're also really small. Like they're the size of your palm, which is kind of weak for a donut. I will say, like, this is the first time the Japanese sizes betrayed us, because usually like the small size is like you'll finish and you'll feel quite satisfied and slightly full but not overly full, and the regular size you'll feel satisfied and decently full, but you'll finish it all for the most part. But yeah, it was kind of funny that this Chikao ramen place, the sizes felt like American sizing. And then I made it to the Aikatsu store. If you guys know me, I love Aikatsu, and so I love the Aikatsu stores. I got to see the like the game machines, which is awesome, and like they actually had merch of my idol Oshi. I didn't get anything because I didn't like all of them. I only like her like early art and a select few. Her current art that they're promoting her with is all very mature, and like that's not how I know her, and it kind of hurts me seeing her like grown up and more mature face. So I don't want to see it. I don't want to get that one. I couldn't risk it. But I did get like a bath bomb from them. I wish I got more, to be honest. I only got one, but the bath bomb was really, it just turned my water yellow, which is kind of silly because it looked like I was bathing in urine. But I liked the little toy it came with. And look at this! This was my afternoon tea experience, and like let's zoom in here. Look guys, they're little birds. They are little birdies, you know, Shima Enegas. They're little birdie like cakes, and like these are little birdie mochis, and like these like strawberry sakura desserts. Oh my gosh, they're so cute, and they had these like little props for you as well to take pictures with, and so cute. And like this was at another afternoon tea experience with the little like crystal like dangly things, but you see like this is like a beautiful sakura soda, and they had little terrines and like little sandwiches, and like this was like the parfait, and it's so fancy, and like look at the macaron and the little cakes, and yeah, it was look at all the flowers they had. It was so cool. I got so many pretty pictures here, and I really loved everything. And like everyone comes here to do their oshikatsu. I don't know if you guys know what oshikatsu is, but it's essentially bringing like plushies of your favorite character, and you take pictures of them enjoying the like tea party environment, and like bring all your cute, you know, merchandise that you have, and like show it off here and take beautiful pictures of it to show your love for your Oshi. Great experience. Bless you, thank you. And then this was like just some character stores I visited. So we've got the Hello Kitty in Harajuku. We've got this Hello Kitty was in Harajuku. This is like a pop-up store of My Melody in sort of this like white strawberry situation. So pretty. I'm so happy we came during like the start of springtime. I would have liked to stay even longer for more of their spring stuff, but we actually did get to catch a lot of their like pop-ups and first time things, which was really cool. This is like a little they call it a nui pouch, which is like a nui gurumi, I think, is a little plushie of your character. A little plushie, and you put it in here, and it's a baby basket. That was so cute. I got this one for My Sweet Piano. It's just plain, but I'm gonna decorate it with all this beautiful ribbon I found. It's such a unique ribbon and like ruffly ribbon, so I'm gonna decorate her pouch with all these ribbons and make her a lovely pouch. And I got her with a maid outfit, guys. Isn't that so cute? She has a maid outfit on. I love maids. and it's plaid like mine, and it's so pretty. And then this is Kolpen-chan's like section in a kitty land. Kitty land is kind of like where you can find Chikawa, popular character, goods, and things like that. Like there's Mofusand in the back, you can see. And yeah, and this is like a Chikawa store. And then this is me at the Sakura shrine. I got this like little calligraphy card and like this omamori charm, like a good luck charm. And like the trees were so beautiful. They had like ribbon wishes tied on them, which I thought is such a good idea, because honestly the flowers had fallen off at that point from one, people touching them because they tied the wishes on. But like by tying these ribbons on, it makes it look like the tree is still full, which is like so genius. But it also looks like there's ribbon on there, which is so pretty, you know. So like this shrine knows what they're doing. And then we saw like some sakura early blooming, which was really cool. And then funny story, like I saw these Mofusand sakura shark plushies, and it says on the sign like, oh, release tomorrow, not currently available for purchase. And they had they were not available for purchase yet, but like we lined up for them, and we were lining up for the Kolpen-chan one, and apparently there was no line for them. The line was for another character, which I thought was very funny. And then there's like these Chikawa frames, which is cool. See, this is Kolpen-chan, the Sakura one. We waited in line for nothing. Nobody was very antsy about these at all. And this is another pop-up. It's like a white strawberry Sanrio characters. Oh no, strawberry shortcake Sanrio characters, which was really cute. I ended up not getting anything because I prefer more pink, but it's a great collab sort of theme. And then this is just more of the like little merchandise you can get. And this is another pop-up that we saw. It's like another character. The berry fairies, berry petit berry. I can't remember what they're called, but they were cute too. They had like little crowns and like different outfits and themes. And then we had these white pink strawberries. They kind of sucked. They're like super cosmetic. I don't know why everyone says they're like so delicious and like Japanese strawberries are it. They're just really wet. And I've noticed that when Japanese people say their fruits are amazing, they just mean their fruit is really wet. Like you bite into it and it just so much water fills your mouth. And they took away the tartness of the strawberry, so it's just kind of slightly sweet water in your mouth. And it was quite interesting. It was really expensive. And overall, I didn't get it, and I think that they should just sell these white strawberries at like a very cheap price, because they're not very like plump with flavor. I would prefer if my fruits were more plump with, you know, like a nice like firmness that exudes a lot of flavor, not just juice. Like I wish it was like really moist and like soaked, but not like just when you crush it with your teeth, it just like disintegrates into water. You know what I mean? I thought it was a weird experience. And they were rather plain. You're making everything sound mid. I'm now jaded. No, it was like the other food was good. The strawberries are overhyped for sure. The fancy fruits are not worth it, but you should try it so that you can like be officially jaded. This matcha drink was really good. Definitely asked for sugar. You will need it. And honestly, it still wasn't enough sugar. I could use a little more. It was really thick and like super matcha-y, which was great, but I felt bad asking for more sugar. But it was still delicious. Like, I loved being here for this, and it was so pretty and getting to watch them make it, but the line was kind of long. And there was other matcha that was like no line. Speaking of which, they will ask you sometimes like, oh, do you want to eat it in or do you want to eat like takeout? If you do takeout, you cannot like sit in our store. But even if you do want to eat it in, you have to tell us at the register so that we can reserve a chair for you so that you can sit and drink it. You cannot just like go over and find a seat and drink it. It was really odd. There's a lot of rules about the sitting. It's like, oh, it's so nice that if you order something, you can get like an immediate seat reserved for yourself. But at the same time, there was such a waste of space. It was like 4 round tables, each like dedicated to just one person. So I was like, okay, this is a bit such a solo experience, you know? There's like so much collective understanding amongst all the citizens there, and like the rules and like what to do in order to be a good upstanding citizen. But at the same time, like nobody talks to each other and everybody sits alone, and everything is like great for just like a single person, and like everything's so small, and so it's even better for like smaller groups. And it just, you can't really do anything with a large group of people sometimes. And yeah, honestly, if you can carry a lawn chair somewhere that like, and you get tired, you should. It's really hard if you are not prepared to like do a lot of standing too. Thank you for the follow, Danny. Welcome. I got these like delicious chicken skewers though. These are great. So nicely grilled, super plump and juicy, and nice and flavorful. Something funny though was like the waiter was like, oh, this one we recommend with this pepper and lemon. And so he was like, oh, but it's a little spicy, and so don't put too much. It's not spicy at all. It just tasted like pepper. Hello, Scarabeetle, welcome. Okay, Twitch is going through another ad break, so we'll give them a little bit more of a drawn out conversation so that we can get back after the ad break. Does the green ball have the same texture as ice cream? Oh, that is ice cream. So yeah, it had the same texture as ice cream because it was ice cream. But like, I thought the ice cream was gonna be sweet. It's not. And I was like, oh, like we don't need to add any extra sweetness into the drink because the ice cream will at least be sweet. And the ice cream is not sweet. The whipped cream was like slightly sweet. Like we got another drink with whipped cream and that one was slightly sweet, and the whipped cream helped. But man, like I didn't think I was gonna be so weak. Like I already don't really like too sweet of a thing, but they really like, you can barely tell that there's sweetness in the drink. Which is kind of funny. Because like in another world, like this would be this is all I ask for sometimes when I try to get a drink here in America, because I'm like, I have to play this game where I'm like, do I go less sweet or do I trust them? And it's like, you never trust them, okay? Unless you know that it's like a store that knows to cater to less sweet things, don't trust them. But here it's like, you feel awkward asking for more sweet because I feel like they don't really want to alter the drink for you in a way, unless it's like, you know, that kind of store. Like if you're at a bubble tea store or a boba store or milk tea store, they had like options. But like this one was like a fancy one and they had such a long line, you know, I didn't want to be excessive. They also like charged you if you added extra sweetness. It was like 50 cents more to add more sugar. So you kind of felt like they don't want you to try it like that, you know? So it's kind of funny. It was really thick of a drink, which is great, but at the same time, like, I wish we could walk and drink it because I wanted the ice to melt to kind of like water it down a little, but we didn't have a chance to do that because it was quite messy because the ice cream was quite, you know, like it was melting and like it wasn't self-contained with a lid. And like there were likely no trash cans up ahead, you know. Anyways, it was very yummy. If only it were a little sweeter. Like it would be great with some cake. Like if I ate it with cake, like this would be so good. Or like a sweet cookie, but even just a regular cookie. But on its own, it's just like so tough to like have it as its own like little sweet treat because it's not sweet. It's just more like a treat. And then on to the shopping. Woo 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 woo! Finally, shopping time. So I got this jacket, which is like, to me, the classic anime girl like sleeping clothes jacket, you know, with the stripes, and you guys can't tell, but it has like slightly fuzzy texture, and it's like, it took me like 3 of the same store to finally decide like, yeah, I'll get it. It's a pricey jacket. It was like $60 for this jacket. I don't think it's worth it, but it's like one of my like dream outfits, so I got the jacket. And then this skirt I got, it's really much more pink in real life than like this orangey color you're seeing, but it was also very expensive. It was kind of an impulsive buy. I do wear these kinds of skirts a lot with like the little pleating and the like light flowy texture, so I knew I was gonna get a lot of use out of it. But I pretty much walked into the store and like the clerk was so nice and she was like, you can try it on if you'd like. And I like tried it on and she was like, oh, how are you doing? And I was like, you know, it's a little long. She's like, oh, we have another size, would you like me to bring that one? She brought the size and she's like, oh my gosh, it looks so cute on you. I was like, oh, it was my very first like purchase of this trip, so I was looking to spend money, and she got me. Anyways, I still think it's pretty cute. I like the like little asymmetry a little with the ruffles and like how they like flare out here, like the pleating dies here a little, so it like has more of a ruffly texture to the edge, but still too pricey for what it really is. Was it cheaper buying it there than online? It's a Japanese brand, so it's like the same price it always would be, but technically, because the US dollar has a lot more buying power, I want to say like yes overall. And then I got this, and it isn't pink, which totally bums me out, but I love this kind of like preppy look, and it just fits so well that I ended up buying it. And this one was much more worth it in my opinion, much more reasonable pricing, and it's just so cute. I can't wait to wear this one. Just the fact that you have to stay and eat everywhere make everything feel isolated from the rest of the experience. Like, let's do this for 30 minutes, let's also do this for 30 minutes, and so on. Like, at sometimes you kind of want to like, oh, like let's walk around and like drink our drink while we take a look at things. But to be honest, what usually happens is you walk around, take a look at things, and you're like, wow, I'm so tired. Let's go sit down, and there's nowhere to sit. So you go, oh, let's go try that like drink place you wanted to try. And so you will go there and sit and try the drink. So in a way, it kind of like, you needed a break anyways, so you went to go do that thing that you were meaning to do in the area anyways, or like trying something similar. I will say, if you have like a specific place you wanted to try and it's like you go there first, it's not really isolated because most of the time they do have sitting areas, and it's not just like, you know, stand there and have it like because it's just a counter. You could always pivot to finding something with seats so that you can rest there first. But for the most part, nothing's like isolated because almost everything is so close together because everything is packed so tightly within each other. So in a way, everything's really walkable if you want to like plan it that way. Because you'll find like alternatives to something that you're looking for. You're like, oh, this is like a really cool trendy place, but there's like another trendy place that probably sells the same thing on par with it, or like slightly altered version of it nearby wherever you are. Or you pivot to something else on your list and you move that to another day. And so it kind of like works out in a way. But if you're really tired and you haven't found, like, you haven't put in the back of your mind, hey, we need a cafe soon, it does feel kind of awkward. When I was like at the train station, I was like, oh, I want to get a drink, and everyone just kind of like waited for me to finish my drink, because to be honest, like, I was downing it really fast, but we didn't really have anything to do quite yet because we were waiting for our train. But at the same time, like, if we kind of walked around, we'd have to find a place to throw this out, and there wasn't a place to throw this out. So honestly, it wasn't really stopping you, but like, there are some downtime, but it's not like an issue downtime. When you say you gave back the tray, I thought you stayed until you finished, like in the cafe. Sometimes you do. Other times, like, you might not, but like, you can't really go into stores with food and drinks anyways. They're pretty strict about that. So like, I would hand them off to my friends before I like went in to go shopping, and then I would take them back. Sometimes you like sit there and you finish it because you need the break, and other times like we just ended up circling back and just like giving it back to them because we passed by them again. For the most part, eating and drinking was pretty much nearby the store or in the store. I had very little like eating and walking. Not because I couldn't, but because like it's just, there's so many people walking too that like you're kind of a menace if you have food in your hands and like someone bumps into you. And so it's just one of those things where like it ends up being simpler to just have it there. And then I got these. I got this top, and I'm hoping that it goes really well with some of the other skirts I got. It's actually pink. The filters that this company uses just like washes everything out really badly. No cup holders and shopping carts. They truly live in the dark ages. There are no shopping carts, or there's always like a lack of them. They have like little shopping baskets, which get heavy if you like have a lot of stuff quite quickly. There are like shopping baskets, and there are I suppose escalators everywhere. So kind of like, it's really weird because for me in my area, escalators, nobody's standing on one side, mostly because I don't think we have public transit, so it's too small to have shopping carts. And so like, you're just holding everything in a bag, which is almost worse when you're walking around, because you could like put them in a coin locker or something, but you don't want to do that because one, you might forget where the coin locker is, and like two, I don't know, it just felt like awkward because it's just in the middle of nowhere. You could put your storage here, and I just didn't like that idea, and I'd rather like force myself to carry them around. But like, you're just hitting everything because you have like all this shopping and you have a backpack on or like a tote bag on, and like, you can't bring it around because everything is so tiny, and because everything's so tiny and the aisles are so small, like your back pretty much blocks another person from going down the aisle once you stand in it. And all the shops are just like, they're just, you know, the like little carts in malls in America where you have like someone selling something. It's like you give them that like middle mall floor space, and you just in the middle like that, every single place that there's a cart, give them that, and then like take away half of the walking space from both sides of the mall, and that is the size of the shops. Like the shops are, some of them are just in the middle like that, and you use it, you can like skip past through it and you'll be on the other side of like the other side of the shops, because there's just a shop in the middle of all the other shops. In like, there's like 3 in a row is what I mean. And they're so tiny, but there's so many staff. Like everywhere just feels overstaffed, because there's like 2 people working the floor and like 2 people working the register, because you'll have one person like organizing things and like fixing the hangers, but those people are also to help you like try things on. So you go into the changing room and they'll help you with that, and they'll get the clothes ready for you. But like when you want to go look at something, they kind of have to awkwardly like step out of the store to be like, oh yes, please take a look at the items that we have. And it just feels like there's too many people in this teeny tiny store, and it's so silly because it's like, it's such a small store, but they have like 4 people running the floor. And it's just, you can't really have more than 2 customers at once, to be honest, because it just 4 people plus 2 people plus just like how tiny everything is. It's just so hard. So that's like part of the issue, I suppose. But I got like this set, which I was actually having a bad shopping days before this, because I was like, there's like nothing that I'm looking for that's quite right. Like, I don't know, it's just the designs aren't getting to me. Like, I really love this brand, and like they came out with this and they could only like allow like 1 per customer, and I should have made one of my friends buy me the top and skirt for this, because by the time I came back and I decided I wanted this like set, I could only get the skirts. Anyways, they only let me get this one, and I don't know why I didn't like think to make my friends just like get another set for me, but I was not thinking. Anyways, I got this and I love it so much. I got it the day it released, and it's so cute. And I got this top and I got this skirt. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And then I went and I got this from a pop-up store in Harajuku from Vina of the Valley. And these shoes hurt. People say they're comfortable. I think maybe my feet are just not the ones that will have a comfortable time in them. But they're so cute, and they've been kind of like a long time want for me. And look, they have a little heart, which is so cute. And then I got this like little, it's been kind of trendy to have this sort of like hoodie but also like ruffly outfit, so it's kind of like a mix and it's really nice and I love it. But the like little ruffle down here is kind of like a lace, but it's a really scratchy lace, so all the walking made me have this sort of like reddish area from all the scratching from the lace. And so I think I need to find an alteration place to get it lined with something else, because that's not good. And then I got this trench coat, which is really cute. I finally got like a pink trench coat. It's rather on the like thin side. It's more like a spring coat rather than like a thick coat, but I've been looking for like a pink trench coat, so I was very happy with that find. And then this is all the like little stuff that I bought, all the like little trinkety stuff. I don't even know if this is all of it, but this is like most of it. And I can finally show you guys all of the like plushies and stuff I got. So hold on, I'm trying to move it over. Right, so we've got in the top right corner, you met her already, is My Sweet Piano. But what you don't know is I also got the limited time Sakura Fairy version, and then I got this like little ruffly, I feel like it's supposed to be like ladylike, like older Victorian era style, like roughly Lolita outfit dress. So I got that one too. I got 3. And then I got the Sakura Kopen-chan. And then you see this like corner of boxes, they're all contact lenses. I bought so many contact lenses. I could not stop buying them. I got like all sorts of colors and sizes, and they had like a deal going on, and they got me. And then I got this lip tint duo set that they kept promoting. It is a Milk Touch. I got their mascara. People really love it. I personally did not love the mascara compared to other mascaras. You kind of had to work with it. Yeah, I think the pink trench coat will be so good in the winter. The unfortunate part is I don't think it'd be very warm. However, for my winters in my rather warm climate, I think it'll be perfect. And then you see all these like ribbons and stuff I got. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's a bunch of ribbons and stuff there and lace. And then I got some eyelashes, another mascara, some more bows, and like this cute little pink moon bunny. And then I got Chikawa curry. I couldn't find anything from Momonga that I liked, so I ended up getting their curry. And then you see all these boxes. That's all Can Make Creamy Touch liners, which is a kind of eyeliner. And they're so good. And I was like, you know what? It's so much cheaper here than in the States. So I just bought a bunch of them, and I tried to find like colors that like kept running out. And so yeah, and then I got this outfit for one of my sweet pianos, and it looks like the one inside the like little box here, except the one in the box actually has more detail, which is kind of funny. But this one is for the one that like sits on my desk, and she comes with an outfit thing, and I kind of regretted the last time not getting her an outfit. I just have her plain, but now I have an outfit for her. I'm gonna put it on soon. And then these little like little square thingies, rectangle thingies, those are cards, little like plastic card thingies, which is from Aikatsu, the idol anime I love. And I got a couple of those from the gacha machines. And like this is my sweet piano like little photo frame holder. This is like a lip tint I got. Yeah, just like makeup and plushies and contacts. Oh, and this is like sunscreen over there, and this is like a little puffy brush. And yeah, this is all the like little trinkets and stuff I got. I feel like I have a good spread. Ta-da! Not very insulated coat, but true, you do live in the stick out of state right behind Florida. Yeah, so I should be okay. And that's it, guys. That was my trip. I was away for a long time, but I got to have a really fun trip as like my last huzzah. And good news, guys, I think I got a J-O-B. Are the keychains tiny cards? Yeah, they're tiny cards, like from the anime. The anime sold cards as like the little toy that they promoted, and these are like reminiscent of the like the first season's cards. Putty putty putty! Yay! Yeah, a J-O-B. I got an offer that I like signed, and so I think I have one. I will say it's not starting until a lot later, and I'm kind of nervous about it all. And I actually, like, funny story, I was on a different trip when I did the interview, and I cried after the interview because I prepared for a behavioral interview, because they literally said in the email, it was like, oh, here's our like company website to prepare for the interview. And I was like, okay, that's gotta be behavioral, right? They just want to like me to understand the company and like get to know me, because nobody replied to my email that said like, oh, like what's the best way to prepare. And like they sent that with the email that was like, here's the people that are going to be interviewing you, and here's the like, here's how to prepare for the job, here's links to our company information. And I was like, okay, that's like behavioral, right? Just kidding, it was technical, and I pretty much screwed up all the questions and like awkwardly knew like half of the answer, and like I couldn't get like an optimized solution to one of their questions. I only had like a slow solution, and I don't know what it was, but they gave me the job. So I'm leaving the NEET gang. Congrats. Yeah, I cried after that interview because I was so traumatized. I was like, my first ever technical interview, and I just bombed it because I was not ready. And I don't know what happened, but I like didn't think I was gonna hear back from them, and then I heard back, and they gave me an offer, and I was like, I'm gonna sign it. There was like no other interviews either, and I was like, okay, I guess so. God, a zero is still fast. So I'm really excited, and I'm glad that, like, I don't know, maybe it'll all work out for me, you know? Oh, so you're a job haver now. I might be a job haver, but guys, I don't start until later, so like we're pretty much together until then. Glad you enjoy your vacation. Everything you show me made me want to go on a vacation now as well. If you guys can, go on vacations. Life is so short. You should just go on vacations when you can. I say that as like someone with the privilege of doing so, but like I hope that like your goals are vacation, you know? Your goals are to make it to your next goal so that you can go on a vacation. I had such a great vacation, and I know that like it's such a good like energy booster to get myself motivated for my next vacation, you know? They may have seen your hidden potential. I'm so glad that they saw it, because I don't know how else I was gonna get hired unless someone else found my hidden potential. Does the job require to have a normal sleep schedule? Yeah, it's hybrid, so I am going into the office for some of it, and not for other parts of it. Have you graduated? I have! I'm graduated. Good night, Steven. I am a graduated. This vacation was my graduation gift. My big, I'm an adult now gift. Sorry guys, my dog is joining me for some reason. I'm gonna turn off the lights for him to go to bed. Such a sleepy doggy. I don't know why he wants to be in my room when it's like significantly hotter than the rest of the house, but he misses me. Hybrid job. Ooh. I'm excited, but also like really scared because I feel vastly underprepared, but I'm sure that I will lock in when it comes time to it. And I'm sure that they know, I mean, they hired me from that interview, so I feel like they know what they're getting into, okay? Hybrid job are nice, hope I have one too. Yeah, I feel really grateful for the opportunity, and I'm really nervous, so I'm gonna just do my best and try to keep this job. I'm really worried that, like, I don't know, I get fired within the month, and I just have this like lingering like scare of like I'm just not good enough, you know? But I can't think like that. Like, they saw my interview. I'm gonna be a contributing member of society. She grew up so fast. I know, right? It's so crazy. I didn't want to be a contributing member of society just yet. I'm supposed to put a strain on the working class for a little bit. But yay. So yeah, that was a really exciting trip, and it was really great to learn that I potentially have a great, you know, good job coming up. Live stream your job. I can't live stream my job. As a recent graduate, negative from my job, I'm happy for you. Can you pass some of that luck on to me? Yes, I will pass on my luck to you. You're the best of the best, not any better person in that interview. Thank you. Cream of the crop, ma'am. Oh, thank you. But yeah, what do you guys think we should do for my birthday stream tomorrow? I'm thinking of having like a mini donathon. One to recuperate some of my funds from overspending on vacation. But also, we haven't really done any events together in a long time. I do eat cake all day. Happy birthday! Thank you, Second Sight. So I do think that I want to show you guys a sneak peek of some of the original song that I have coming up. The mix just finished. I just don't know like what sneak peek I should give you guys. I feel like a sneak peek of the instrumental is good enough. I can't give you guys too much. So that's hopefully something coming up as like maybe the like big donathon goal. Maybe big donathon goal, you get to hear some of the lyrics and vocals. But yeah, as things are slowly starting to come together, I do want to draw some more of the art for it, but first we do have to do art for my VTuber daughter. That comes first because that is a paid commission, and I took a vacation, so that one needs to be up and running. Also guys, you know the last stream where I did art with you guys, all the progress there is gone. I have no idea why, and I just have to redo it, which is like not terrible because I have screenshots of it and I can just redraw it, I suppose. But it was like I'm kind of disappointed in like in how that turned out. I have no idea how that turned out. I was like, wait a second, like you guys made me save it on stream. How did this happen? And I went to go watch the footage, and the little notification that pops up every single time I save, instead of saying saved, it says not saved, which it looks exactly like the saved notification except with the word not in front of it, and like I just didn't notice, I guess. And anyways, so we're gonna like have to backtrack a little bit on some of the stuff we did the last drawing stream. But yeah, I will be up and running more properly once I am healed from my sickness. Well, that's inconvenient. Yeah, I don't like, they didn't really want to tell me any other way that like, hey, you're not actually saving anything. But they let me hit the save button and it just says not saved, where it usually just says saved. So it's okay. We only did like 1 to 2 hours of work, and hopefully it's only gonna be like 1 hour of work because all the like redrawing and readjusting was already done that stream, and so I just have to like trace it. Hello, Folded Up, welcome. It's almost my birthday, guys. Like 13 more minutes. I'm so excited. Birthday, birthday, birthday. I'll be officially turning 21 again. Forever 21. I wonder what kind of things I should do. I kind of want to bake because I really like baking, and I would like a 21 part redacted. And fish don't age. And I want to make some cookies, and I really am excited to like sort through my outfits and maybe have like a nice little fashion show for myself, because I'm so sick these days. I've just been like laying down and like eating food and laying down, and the jet lag has been pretty crazy too. Merv nearing our age now. No! The subtle not saved will be enough, said the head developer. Oh, the subtle not saved will be enough, said the head developer. It's so, I don't know, it's so silly. Why wouldn't you tell me that, like, in some sort of other form of information? Like, at least red, I don't know, like, change the color of the background, please. Yeah, so, I think that maybe tomorrow we'll be working on that and like just catching up on everything and having a very exciting Mermarch. I guess like the rest of Mermarch. Because I was gone for most of it. Happy early 21 birthday, Merm. I'm going to bed now. Sorry, I can't stay long. Good night. Thank you, Sugar Cookie Cat. Good night. Mermarch! But yeah, I think you guys want to come up with the Donathon goals now? We can do that. We have a little time. I'm thinking... I think we'll go for... 300 donal goal, and then let me get my Figma up so we can have like a nice graphic, perhaps. Hello, Emily. Welcome. Oh, thank you. I will use an old birthday donathon like menu we have saved for placeholder's sake. If you guys have any birthday donathon ideas, now is the time to tell me. Because I'm so bad at coming up with ideas for these things. Okay, I'm thinking at the very least... Oh, wrong things. I'm thinking at the very least we'll have a main goal of $300 as like the final goal, and I will give you guys a 15-second listen of original song demo, like original song like with lyrics is what I mean, not like the demo. It would be the one where I'm actually singing it. As for the other ones, we can go in $10 increments. I feel like $10 is okay. 10. Oh, that's actually kind of a lot. We'll start small. 10, 20. Uh, 30. 40. The issue is like I don't have this many ideas. Maybe after 50 we start bumping up the increment. For now, let's go by 50s until we get more ideas. Then 100, then 150, then 200, then 250, and 300. Okay, $10. Karaoke stream. Okay, karaoke stream gonna have to be kind of up there. I'll give that to 250. Karaoke stream. I'm kind of embarrassed to karaoke, but if you guys are having fun, then I'm having fun. What are other common things? What are some small ones we can do? Oh, Uma run. That's not a punishment. That's something we can do on the day of, though. I'm thinking French merm for 5 minutes. Have you guys met French merm? She's very funny. Would you guys like love beams as a reward? I'm thinking well, I feel like love beams will be happening if all goes well. French merm for 5 minutes. I What's other things we can do? Let me see what other people do. It is too hot here to do a spicy noodle challenge. I will not be subjugating myself to extra torture. Oh, you guys can have a sneak peek at upcoming new outfit. That can be at 100. Sneak peek of upcoming outfit. Sour maybe? Sour? I do have these sour candies that are like, I really cannot handle them, but we can do them. Why do we have to suffer from French Merm as a reward? It's funny! French Merm is fun! Nobody said these are rewards, it's a menu. Sour candy. New outfit flowers. Yup, 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 yup. I'm sinking. I'm sinking. We could have the instrumental sneak peek. That will fill up our list of instrumental of original song. Ducky model. The Merm goes on 3D. We could switch myself into 3D. Ducky model, I'll put that at 250 because that requires time and effort. 3D. Yeah, we can switch to 3D. I feel bad if you guys have to pay for that. You guys could just kind of like... Maybe I have to set it up a little though, because... Oh gosh, only 2 more minutes until my actual birthday. Very exciting! I don't want to miss it. I'm gonna try and think of something before it's time. 3D, how could we incorporate 3D? Oh, maybe like dancing pose request in 3D? Request in 3D. That could be fun. Almost! Yeah, Ducky debut potential. What is French Merm? I guess you'll have to be there. Why stop at 3D? We could go 4D. I am back from vacation. Welcome, Will. Hello, Podang. Oh, almost. Are you a little sick? Yes. Yay! Party, 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 party. I'm officially 21 again! Yay! Happy birthday, thank you! Woo woo woo! Woo woo woo! Woo 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 woo! Woo 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 woo! Woo 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 woo! Yeah 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 Yeah. How long have you been 21? Not that long. Are you chest thumping? Like... Oh no, I'm clapping. I'm not whacking my chest. I'm clapping. It doesn't sound like clapping. It sounds like I'm full on Tarzan chest thumping. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. My dog is leaving me because I'm too loud. He wants to go to my mom's room. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Calbert. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Sounds kind of bassy. Maybe it got thumpy because my hands are clammy. Merm turned into a boy for 1 day. I guess if I like take away my twin tails, I kind of have a boyish hairstyle. Kind of. I feel like it would be a really tough time pretending to be a boy though. I'm such a girly girl. I guess that's the appeal. We can do it at 50. I won't do it for a day, but I'll do it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Man. Merm turns blue. You guys want to turn me blue? We can do that at 30. I cannot stay blue for long. You are removing my magical power by dyeing me blue. It is a bodily sacrifice I will do for you guys. Turns blue. I'll let you guys have it for longer. We'll do 20 minutes. I'll have to prepare that tomorrow to turn myself blue. Male Merm, a dream. I'll have to prepare the blueness. Hi, E20, welcome. Okay, I think that's our Donathon menu, guys. What do you guys think? Excuse me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for this, and hopefully I'm not sick. Also, guys, I forgot to say this earlier during the trip. I'm pretty sure I saw Sana from Twice. I saw a very beautiful, lovely woman with a team around her briskly walking past me, and I was like, is that? And I walked past her and I was like, no, that couldn't be. There was like not enough people swarming her. But she looks so familiar. Like, I feel like that was a member of Twice. And I wanted to go back and check. And like, she was being filmed. And I was like, oh, but she was being filmed. Maybe it's just like an influencer. And it's not her. And And guys, like there was footage of her from I think some of her fans or something that uploaded when she arrived in Seoul, and it was her. It was the same outfit, and it was like, I saw her. She was so close. She was so close. Nice. Yeah, it was so cool. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you, Miyano. I know, I saw Asana. My first thought when I saw her was like, oh man, if that's actually her and Will isn't here, that's so unfortunate. I feel so strongly that it is her though. Yeah, very lucky. I only saw her for a brief moment because my gate was in the opposite direction. And so I was like, I was like, no, it's probably not. It's probably some influencer. Lucky. I don't know. I like just the briskest little glance, and I was like, is that? I don't know. Will, would you even have recognized her if you saw her? Because even I was like, wait, is that? But to be honest, I technically recognize her even though I'm not as invested in Twice anymore. Which, I don't know. Bye bye, folded up. Have a good rest. Good night, Calbert. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay, I do think we should wrap up this stream soon because I need to take some medicine to knock myself out to try and fix my sleep schedule. And we had a great time coming up with my birthday stuff that I will get ready for tomorrow and hopefully be well rested to be able to have a nice fun birthday stream. Yay! If you said something, I would have been like, let me investigate, and I would have followed them. I didn't feel like I should follow them. But like, we did hear on the overhead that there was like a flight to Korea, so we were like, maybe. In the like announcements and stuff. Okay, let's yeah, let me get you guys going. Let me see if there's a YouTube stream. We are technically ending earlier than we usually do. Yes, I will have a good rest. Oh, welcome back, Corey. You're just in time to say farewell. I'm hoping to take some NyQuil to knock myself out so that tomorrow we can have a nice rested birthday stream and also to fix my sleep schedule from the jet lag. But we were just figuring out if there's somebody that maybe we could raid. Unfortunately, I don't see anyone on YouTube, guys. Awkwardly. Oh no, yeah, I'm sorry. But don't worry, we'll be back for hopefully a longer birthday stream where I actually feel better because I am still a little bit sick today. I'm like coughing into the mic. Nice rest, dear. Have a nice rest, sweet dreams. Thank you. Sounds good, no worries. Hope you have a good night. Enjoy your birthday. Thank you. Please get lots of rest. Yeah, I will. And we will hopefully have a nice long stream tomorrow for my birthday. I'm gonna try and start at 7-ish. I know you normally start at 9, but hopefully 7. We'll see. My family might want to do something, so I don't know. Oh, we can read Luna Rina. She usually isn't up this late, so on Twitch we'll raid Lulu. Roku Nana. Here's the raid message. Oh, you thought I was trying to say 6'7"? No, it didn't even cross my mind. I am the birthday girl. Wee! Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed my trip recap. I'm glad we got to do it, and I'm glad I got to show you all these lovely things about the wonderful vacation I had. And I will begin preparing my birthday stuff tomorrow when I wake up. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. Good night. See you then. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. Sayonara. Bye bye. Good night. Bye bye. Bye North. Bye Miano. Bye Pokrops. Bye Will. Bye Nevermore. Bye bye Kobe. Bye Suntanner. Bye Ginny. Bye Anna. Bye bye. Bye bye Alex. Bye bye. Good night everyone. Night night. Sayonara. Bye bye. Bye bye Overlord. Good night. Sayonara. All my lovely cuddle fishes. Bye bye. Bye bye.